Good morning, chieftains, and welcome to the week of February 19th, 2019.
I'm Bryn Bretnell, and he's Shane Whitney, and we are here to bring you the news and views for Clairemont High School this week.
As many of you know, February is Black History Month. Ms. Proffitt's history class has been taking the opportunity to learn about Black history in the form of the Harlem Renaissance. We were there to check it out.
This is not band practice, this is not the marching band, and this is not Dawson's class. It is Proffitt's class. What class is it, and what are they doing?
I'm in honors history class with Ms. Proffitt, and we did a project called the Harlem Renaissance. We were looking at the history of African Americans and how artists, painters, music artists also flourished in America, like not trying to be accepted, but proving to the white people like they're here, you know, they're not invisible, they're not just slaves, they're actual real people.
So I chose to do Josephine Baker because she was a woman that impacted feminism. She chose to adopt 12 children, all with different races and ethnicities. I chose Josephine Baker because she motivated me to if a woman can't have kids, she can obviously adopt all kinds, and normally people just do I'll just adopt one or two. She did 12. That's like a whole soccer team, you know?
So the students have learned a lot about diversity, ethnicity, racial bias, and they've learned to accept one another. Hopefully this is something they can take into future generations and change the nation for what we see, for what it was at the time of the Harlem Renaissance to what we have now.
African Americans are not strangers from another planet. They're people, humans from this world. They're not any different from white people, from Mexicans, anyone else. They're humans. I hate when people don't think that,
Sounds like a really great project, and this Friday, February 22nd, there will be a senior assembly during third period. If you are a senior whose third period teacher's last name starts with the letters A through L, you will be heading to the auditorium at 10:30. If your teacher's last name starts with the letters M through Z, your assembly starts at 11:15.
Fifth period starts on February 26th. Counselors will be calling in students who need the extra period to the office this week in order to sign them up. If you are interested in fifth period or think you may need it, you can make an appointment with your counselor or email them to inquire about it.
Also, the LOP list has returned. 4 unexcused tardies, 1 unexcused absence, or an academic or citizenship GPA below a 2.0 will land you on the LOP list. If you are on the LOP list, you cannot participate in sports, school dances, and other extracurricular activities. Tardies and absences are being counted from the start of the year, so if you've racked up too many since then, make sure you get those cleared either by attending Saturday school or by spending a few lunch periods in a teacher's classroom and asking them to sign them off for you. If you want to stay on your spring sports teams and be able to attend events like prom and other dances, you want to stay off of the LOP list.
WAHOOPA is holding a writing workshop for Clairemont juniors to start their personal statements for college applications. The workshop is 4 weeks long and meets on Wednesdays after school in room 202 starting tomorrow. Juniors, if you want to get a jump start on your UC or other college applications, be sure to stop by room 202 after school tomorrow.
Also, you might have noticed that seemingly everyone is getting sick this time of year, myself included. And we are officially in cold and flu season. It is important to remember to wash your hands and take extra care to prevent the spread of germs for your sake and for the sake of other students. Nobody wants to get sick, and your school attendance depends on your health.
This Saturday, wrestling is headed to their Masters CIF wrestling match. We caught up with Eric Hoffner about his mindset going into the big match.
Confident about our tournament this year. I think I can do really well. I've been training as hard as I can for the past week. If I put in the effort and I really try, then I think I can go somewhere with this tournament.
Definitely a good team this year. I mean, I'm the only senior and there was no juniors because everyone else is either a freshman or a sophomore. So you already know it's only going to get bigger and better.
So essentially for CIF is that if you, how it works is that if you place top 4, then you go to Masters, which is the next tournament. And then if you place top 3 in Masters, then you go to state, which is the big tournament with everybody, all of the best wrestlers from the state in your weight class.
Glad to hear it. And now it's time for ASB announcements. Do you have a talent? Well, now is your chance to show it off. Clairemont is having its annual Variety Talent Show on March 1st. If you'd like to be in it, auditions are February 25th and 26th at lunch and after school in room 501. All acts are welcome, from singing and live music.
Wow.
Now is your chance to show that you've got talent. So come on down to 501 during those dates and we'll see you there.
Thank you, Bryn. If you have any interesting CHS stories or any school or sporting events that you would like us to promote, come by room 115 and we'll be sure to put it in the show for you.
Also, now it's time to toss it over to everyone's favorite sports reporter, Tatum Denny. Tatum, what have you got for us?
Well, Bryn, we are in the midst of CIF playoffs for many of our winter teams, and spring sports are right around the corner. In fact, softball has their tryouts going on this week. Good luck if you are trying out. Wrestling is sending student athletes to the Master and State Championships, as Anne-Marie Maskalenko is having another successful year on the mat for Clairemont Wrestling. And we had 2 girl basketball players recognized for their outstanding league play. Maddie Taylor was named All-Defensive Team, and Rachel Bonenberger was named First Team All-League. Congratulations, ladies, as for the upcoming week. Today, boys volleyball is on the road against San Ysidro High School at 5 p.m., and baseball is home against Mount Clairemont at 3:15. So be sure to come out and support the Chiefs today. Tomorrow, boys tennis is also at home against their rival Madison at 3:30, and boys volleyball has their first home game of the season against Bishops at 5. On Thursday, baseball is home against Canyon Crest Academy at 3:15, and boys tennis is once again at home, this time in a conference matchup with Sarah at 3:30. There is only one game on Friday. Volleyball is away at Mar Vista High School at 6 p.m. Finally, this Saturday, baseball has a home game against La Jolla Country Day at 10:30 p.m., which is way past my bedtime personally. Back to you, Shane.
Thank you for that exciting report, Tatum. And thank you, teachers and students, for tuning in to another jam-packed and thrilling show of news and views from around Clairemont High. From myself, Bryn, and the whole production team, keep it orange
and blue.
Blue.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Baby, I